what are your concerns with having the floor installed?
Are they going to square the room up properly? Trim board to make sure that they've gone far enough up against the wall. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to go not far enough. They're going to cut out around the vents properly. Do I need to put a vent in here so that they can use that as a guide? Code represents when it was manufactured. You try to have the same lot number so that way the color dye that's in that lot is consistent. Dye is different. You're going to have like a noticeable discoloration in the flooring. You pull out the boards. Are they going to make sure that, you know, the design isn't the same right next to the same design? You come up to the threshold and they've got a sliver, right? If they didn't square it properly, when you come to thresholds, you come up against walls, if that stuff's running at an angle and they have to put a little sliver, you're going to be able to tell. People walk through the front door. If it's tracking this way because they didn't square it, you know, with the long house like this, like you'd be able to see from the front door all the way to the back porch, you have a long run to where you're going to be able to see if that flooring is not squared properly. And you start cutting around all of the door frames, right? Then that flooring's pretty much set. Are they going to trim under the door frames properly too? So there's another issue with joint staggering. So typically what I like to do when I'm running vinyl plank or laminate is you start out with a full piece. You run it from point A to point B. When you make your second run, typically you'll cut that in half, or you'll cut that in a third, or you'll start with a little sliver at the beginning of the run. So what you're doing is you're breaking up your joint lines. Line up all your joints, or your joints are real close to each other. It doesn't look good. Is it going to get done properly?